afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Be Good to Yourself. My name is Chef Billy Breedlove, and today's pro tip, I'm going to be teaching you guys about fresh herbs and veggies, and I'm also got another little special surprise for you guys here on the side. We'll get to that in a little bit. But first things first, I want to give a special shout out to my guy Jay. Jay, this meal is going to be prepared for you, sir. So that's going to be coming in soon. Also, I want to give a shout out to the Dominican Republic Police Association. Kenya, Caesar, you guys are the best. I appreciate everything that you guys do for the community, for me, and everywhere around. Also want to send a special shout out to all the other officers throughout the country. Please guys, be well, be safe. I appreciate it. All right, and with that being said, we're going to get started. Today we're going to be sipping on a little bit of Old Tub. This is something from Jim Beam that's kind of making a little comeback. So if you guys get a chance, check that out. As always, be good to yourself. Okay, now let's get started. So we're going to be talking about the herbs first. A lot of times people are kind of shying away from herbs because they don't know enough about them, or they just use the dried stuff. I'm not against using the dried stuff, but at the same time, if you want to add some fresh herbs into some veggies or season in some rice or something like that, don't be afraid to do that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to kind of show you guys how to tackle that before we get to the veggies. So what we have here, we have some curly parsley, we have some cilantro, and we have some rosemary. Now, if you guys ever seen somebody chop herbs and at the end of the deal there's this big green blotch on the chopping board, what that is, that's all the really fragrance and the essence of the herbs been beat out of it. So what I'm going to teach you guys today is how to deal with herbs so you can get the most out of it. Now, if you really want to get an understanding for what herbs can really do and how they smell, for instance, we're going to take a little piece of this cilantro here, and you can go about this one or two ways. Take a little piece of it and just kind of tear it, and you can smell that freshness. Also, if you like, you can take a little bit of it, rub it in between your hands for about 10 seconds, and the heat from your hands is going to open up the aromatics in this. And that's going to be basically with any herb that you're going to get yourself into. Stuff like basil, of course, cilantro, parsley, rosemary, sage, all those things. Now, let me teach you how to deal with rosemary first. All right. Now, a lot of people might grow herbs in their home, in their garden, in their windowsill, and those are fine. Just also make sure to always wash those off. So now here we have a sprig of rosemary, okay? Now rosemary is great because you can throw this in the oven with something. You can cook with it, you can chop stuff, throw it in, that's fine. But the easiest way to get the rosemary itself off the actual stem is you take the rosemary, have it like this, you take the leaves and you just pull them back like so. And you see how clean that comes off, right? And you just take a little bit of that, pick it, and you're good to go. And also rosemary makes for a great garnish because it holds up well to heat. So again, you're gonna just take it, hold it near the tip, and pull down, and there you have it. Now you can just dice on that. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit more of that. All right. One more time. And again, there you go. All right. Now we got our rosemary. Okay. Now what we're gonna do here is with our first cilantro, right? You can go about this, if you're gonna do a salad dressing, you can use the stems if you like, but a lot of people don't necessarily like the stems. Now there's an easy way to deal with it. And also what's important is having the right tools as well. you can literally just take this and just kind of shave it down, okay? And get the stems where you're getting basically just the leaves, okay? Good sharp knife will go a long way for you. And you know, you might get 1 or 2 stems in there, but that's okay. And there you are with some nice fresh cilantro, okay? Now, here we have some curly parsley, and you can really do the same thing with it. Just kind of, okay? Okay, there you go. Now you have all your herbs. Wow, you guys should smell that. It's just absolutely wonderful. It's beautiful. It's like a bouquet. All right, now we got all our herbs here that we're gonna deal with. Now, something I want to tell you guys about when it comes to chopping herbs, or really chopping anything. Be careful. Having the right tools is gonna go a long way, okay? Now, here we have our little knife here. You're gonna take your fingers, you're almost gonna make a fist. You have it down here on the chopping board, and you wanna make sure your fingers are curled in. You're gonna put the knife up against your fingers, up against the bridge of your fingers like so. And you're gonna do this rocking motion. Make sure to keep your fingers curled, because that's gonna keep you from getting cut. And also, the good thing for proper technique for holding your knife is you wanna have a little bit of the handle and a little bit of the blade. Please don't do this. This is an accident waiting to happen for your finger to slip. You're gonna have problems. Don't do that. So you wanna keep all your fingers up above the blade when you're cutting, up against the bridge of your fingers, and just do the little rocking motion like that. Practice it first, okay? Take all your herbs, get them together. Again, remember, and always keep lookout as to what you're doing, okay? I don't want to see you doing this. It ruins your knife, and you're gonna really break up the herbs. Okay. And you know, it might take you a little practice, and that's fine. But you want to get your herbs okay, and you just keep getting it together until you have them all diced up the way you want them. Okay, and again, you can go as fine or as rough as you want with this, but you see you have your herbs, they're nice and pretty and ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna take our herbs, put them on the side, and if you feel comfortable, you can actually scoop. Just be careful, okay? All right. All right, now for the special treat. So today, I have a full rack of lamb, okay? Washed, rinsed off, dried thoroughly. I've taken the liberty to wrap my chopping board in plastic. So here we have a full rack, okay? Very simple. Now again, having the right tools is something that's going to come into play here that you really need to have with you. Now, since we're not going to be using the entire rack, you can look at how many people you're going to be serving, and usually you want to give 2 bones or 4 bones per person. So if you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here in between is where we're going to make our first initial cut. Okay? And again, a good sharp knife is going to go an extremely long way. So you want to make sure and have that. Okay. All right. Take that, put that off to the side. Now, that's what we have here. Okay. Now, if you look at the back here, you can still see there's quite a bit of meat. If you choose to leave it, since the bones are already halfway French, you could do that. Or you can just go right in between the bone. Season that up. Once you get all this all done, we'll have it all seasoned up. Cut away the extra. And I wouldn't necessarily say throw it away. You can cook that up, serve it, you know, make a stock or something with it, or, you know, throw it in some scraps, and, you know, you can have a lot of different, you can do a lot of different things with it. Okay. All right. Now, you still have a little extra meat here on the front. Okay. All right, got that all done. Now you can take a smaller knife to do some of the other cleaning. And you're just gonna take the tip of your knife and scrape that meat down. And you're gonna do that on all sides. I know this may seem a little time consuming, but trust me, the outcome will definitely be worth it. Okay, getting there, almost done. All right, now of course I still have some more fine cleaning to do on this, but I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. But you can see by doing this, you scrape down and you get those bones nice and clean. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Now it's all nice and clean. And then you can season this exactly how you see fit. You guys remember that rub we did, our last pro tip? Got some of that here. And again with this, don't be shy. All right, all said and done. All right, guys, that's gonna about do it for our pro tip today. I wanna give a shout out to one of my good sponsors over at Spirit Lux. Those guys have a great product. I use it all the time in my drinks. Go over and check those guys out. The Dominican Police Association. Also, thank you guys again. Guys, go over to my YouTube channel, Be Good to Yourself, or Chef Billy Breedlove. Look me up. Give me a subscribe, like, share, comment. And as always, guys, be good to yourself. Shout out to you, Jay, and the guys over at the Risky Rebellion. As always, guys, be good to yourself.